From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts.
You take care of getting the lands. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
She has to pay for all the harm she's done to me.
Meanwhile, let us remain on our guard against any last-minute surprises. I know my brother well. He never prepares for war if he has no chance of winning.
Finding out that I'm a demon makes no difference.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
If I'm asking you all these things, it's for your own good, you know.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
Don't make me your competition, de Richet. You are no match.
Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
My friends, here we all are. We are about to definitively shelve Lord Mortimer's absurd project regarding Louisiana. It will only take one of you to oppose it, and we have won. The vote is to be held shortly, so we must keep our guard up. I'm sure Mortimer's preparing something.
Don't worry, Sir Gregory. Nothing can stop us now.
Beware, Johann. We mustn't underestimate him. So, I'll ask you to return to your rooms and stay there until the conference. And if one of Mortimer's team comes knocking at your door, no matter what, do not open it under any circumstance. Don't give them the opportunity to manipulate you. Is that clear?
Understood.
Good.
Count on me.
As you wish.
Right. Let us adjourn. Louis, stay on a moment, if you would. I need to speak to you.
Yes. What can I do for you?
I've known my brother for a long time. I'm sure he has a plan. I'd like you to go and see each member of our group and make sure they remain loyal.
Do you think my father's going to try to turn some of them to his side?
Turn them or get rid of them, I don't know. One thing's for sure. I doubt William will give up without a fight. He'll try something. I'll keep him busy while you check on all of our group. Can I trust you?
Of course.
If there is a traitor in our group, find out who it is, Louis. Find them, then come back and let me know. I'll deal with them personally. I want a landslide victory. I want to teach William a lesson.
Wait a minute. Isn't the Duchess supposed to be here?
No, she's resting in her room. I confess I'm a little worried about her mental health. She's going through a very difficult time at the moment, and I wouldn't want my brother to exploit her fragility.
I'll go now.
Thank you, Louis. See you in a while. Have you seen everyone?
Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
Ah, Louis. Come closer. I'm warming myself up. I was unfor... Fortunate enough to step outside, and now I'm freezing. So, tell me, my friend, what can I do for you?
And this is the scumbag that tried to poison me.
Sir Gregory has tasked me with making sure that all his allies don't change their minds over the conference.
Oh, damn it. It drives me mad. How can Father doubt my loyalty to him for a single second? I have always been devoted to him, body and soul.
Are you still going to vote for Sir Gregory?
Did he ask you? I knew it. You need have no fear. I've always been loyal to him.
Very well. And what proof do you have?
Absolutely none. And I couldn't care less about convincing you. On that note, see you later. Huh? Perhaps.
What a scumbag.
Mr. President, would you have a minute to spare?
Of course, Louis. What can I do for you?
I wanted to make sure that you're still with us. Since Mortimer has to convince everyone to follow him to win the vote, well, I expect he'll try bringing you over to his side eventually.
I won't lie. William did make a point of speaking to me.
And?
He has always supported me, Louis. I've been thinking long and hard about this. I know I said I would vote for Holm, but I've been reconsidering. I'm sorry, but I won't be following you this time around.
Well, at least that's clear. Holmes the one who's going to be delighted about this reversal.
I'm sorry for you. Good luck and see you later at the conference.
See you later.
Please, leave me now.
Your Eminence?
Oh, Louis. What can I do for you?
Not too nervous about the conference?
Even if I add Lord Mortimer's reaction into the equation, I must admit, I don't know how we can lose. It will only take one of us to vote against his project, and the idea will be definitively dropped.
Knowing Mortimer, I wouldn't be surprised if he still had a few tricks up his sleeve.
You are thinking about something? Dear God, I am doomed. He knows I'll be voting for Mortimer, but how?
Scoundrel. He's a traitor.
Well, maybe he's managed to motivate some of Sir Gregory's supporters to vote for his project, for example.
No, you can't be serious. Do you know anyone capable of that, Louis?
Yes. Yes, I do indeed know someone.
Who then?
Double-dealing cheat. So you're the mole.
Do you really want me to tell you, Your Eminence?
What do you mean? I'm not sure that I understand.
Confess.
I think you know better than anyone who'd be capable of pretending to be on Sir Gregory's side while secretly planning to betray him.
What are you saying, Louis? I don't follow you. You are not really suggesting that...
Oh, I don't need to suggest anything. The situation seems clearer by the minute.
Louis, it's not what you think. I owe William everything. It's thanks to him that I took the holy orders.
Off come the masks, Your Eminence.
I beg you, try to understand. I owe him a favor.
Of course you do.
Louis, I haven't any choice. You don't say no to Mortimer. You know this very well. If you ignore him, you'll sooner or later pay the price.
I see. He just has to ask and you give in.
I beg you, don't say a word to Sir Gregory, or I'm done for. In the name of your mother, I implore you to keep it to yourself.
I'll make you a promise, Your Eminence.
Oh, thank you, Louis.
I promise that nothing and no one will keep me from revealing every traitor to Holm.
What? But... no! Louis,
I'll see you at the conference. Goodbye.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Manuel Godoy. A painting of himself in his room. Now that's not going to help him develop a sense of modesty.
Don Quixote. Talking without thinking is like shooting without taking aim. I have to think about that one.
Prometheus. Punished for stealing fire from the gods and giving it to man.
Monsieur Bonaparte. Ah, excuse me, I was expecting someone else.
Mr. Godoy, do you have a moment?
Your timing's awkward, Dorishi. I'm expecting someone. I haven't time. Please leave me.
Very well. I won't insist.
Looks like he only wants to speak to Bonaparte. I know what I have to do if I want to speak to him.
Dorishi, I told you that I did not have time for you. I will ask you to leave me alone.
Looks like he only wants to speak to Bonaparte. I know what I have to do if I want to speak to him.
Emily? Emily, it's me.
Come in, Louis.
I just saw... What's that servant doing in your room?
A gift from father.
You're joking, right?
Unfortunately not. He's worried about my health.
Ah, typical. Of course, I understand this is in no way an overreaction on his part. Anyway, I've come to see if you're better.
That's very nice of you. Thank you. I'd appreciate it if we kept our last discussion to ourselves, Louis. I'm not very proud of the state I was in.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
And did you manage to speak to Mortimer?
One moment. I'd rather continue our discussion away from any curious eyes. Follow me next door, please. You wanted to know if we spoke? Well, let's just say he didn't stick around long, but yes, I can definitely say we spoke.
And did it go all right? I imagine you spoke about yourselves.
He confirmed what Sir Gregory told me, that he really is my father. That he didn't know I was his daughter until a short while ago.
And, well, how are you? Did you take it all right?
To be honest, I don't know. I feel like I've lost all my bearings.
And what about me then?
Do you trust him?
Are you joking? I'll never be able to trust him. He distills the information that he's willing to share, a drop at a time. He manipulates the people he needs and gets rid of those in his way. Sure, he's our father, but he can't count on me to follow him in everything he does. And you? What do you think?
Honestly, I don't know who to believe. The only person I really trust is you. So I'll follow you this time round.
I won't be voting for him. I'm not convinced by his proposition. I'll be voting for Sir Gregory.
I understand. In that case, I'll vote for Home, like you. But it won't please Father.
That's only to be expected. But, well, it's not my fault if he hasn't been able to convince me.
Don't worry, he'll get over it.
Right. I won't disturb you any further. See you later for the vote.
See you in a while. You should get ready for the conference, Louis.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers. Madam, thank you. Looks like Volner's opposition is in the line of fire. I don't like the sound of that.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us.
Monsieur Bonaparte.
Louis, do you want something?
Yes, for you to test the Duke's loyalty, since he'll only speak to you.
Well,
Whatever it is, I haven't the time. The conference will shortly begin, and I want to be focused. Sorry. Come back and see me afterwards.
I see I haven't much choice.
Seeing as Godoy will only talk to Bonaparte, and Bonaparte will talk to no one, I have no other choice but to borrow his body. Nothing personal here, Napoleon.
Look, I'm sorry. This conference is of utmost importance to me, and I should like to be prepared for it.
Concentrate, Louis.
You don't mind if I sit down, do you?
I don't want to fall flat on my face when my spirit passes inside you.
No, I don't think you've understood, de Richet.
Link into his thoughts, Louis. Come on.
I said I did not want to be disturbed.
That's it. I sense something.
What word in leave me alone do you not understand?
Come on, just keep going and get inside his mind. Now!
Too bad for you. You can't say that I haven't. Thank you very much for the loan of this body, monsieur.
Right. Let's not waste any more time, Louis. Godoy is waiting.
Ah, there you are at last, Bonaparte.
My Lord Duke.
What a typically French attitude.
Come,
you
let's
are
not...
20 minutes late, without the least excuse. I am risking a lot, monsieur. You seem to forget.
Please excuse me.
Well, what did you want to see me about?
So, let's see whose side he's really on.
I wanted to be sure. You are still going to vote for Mortimer, as planned, yes?
Mortimer? What the devil are you talking about, Bonaparte? I am on Holmes' side, and I intend to vote against Mortimer's project. What on earth is wrong with him? He seems very odd.
My Lord Duke, I never once dreamed of you playing on both sides of the fence, but I was given to understand that you and Lord Mortimer do have a few interests in common.
But I don't know what on earth you are talking about. Lord Mortimer and myself may agree on a number of subjects, but I am and shall always remain loyal to Sir Gregory. You see, there is no reason to think that I could ever side with Mortimer.
Oh, that's a pity. He was going to make you an offer.
What are you talking about? Make yourself clear. I do not understand you.
Come on, my Lord Duke. We both know very well what we are talking about. I thank you for not wasting my time.
I never dreamed of it, monsieur. I have a fair idea as to your presence here, but for some reason, something doesn't seem quite right. I am somewhat lost, to tell the truth. And this just isn't like you. I wonder if it really is you, in fact.
What?
You're just fishing around because you're the one who's changed sides.
What? What on earth are you talking about?
You're working for Holm. Admit it.
No, I'm not. Don't be ridiculous.
He's asked you to flush out the traitors in his team, hasn't he?
Of course he hasn't.
Admit it. I'm sure he's lying. I cannot make out what it is, but something is very wrong here. I will not fall into a trap.
Are you joking? Upon my honor, I urge you to believe that I am not the sort to play on both sides of the fence, monsieur.
Very well, very well. There is no point getting on your high horse. If you are really working for Mortimer, why did he task you to question me like this?
Lord Mortimer trusts you, my Lord Duke, but with all that's been going on, I admit he needs to feel supported. And as you're a man of great qualities, in his opinion, he simply wanted to make sure that you will still support him.
Ah, now I understand. Listen, I'll take your word for it, but tell Mortimer that he's making me run too great a risk. I already gave him my approval, and we agreed not to speak about it on the island. Just imagine for a minute if Holm had caught us. You might not know what he is capable of, but I certainly do. It would be the end of me.
The bastard. He really is a traitor.
Please excuse me, Duke Manuel, but that wasn't the intention. I shall go and reassure Lord Mortimer about the vote, and I promise to avoid you running any more risks.
I hope so. Now please, leave me. We must not be seen together.
It's time to get going.
Ah, Louis. I was getting impatient. So, tell me, have you been able to speak to everyone?
Absolutely.
And? Did you find a traitor in our midst? Any news of Piaggi?
If I were you, I wouldn't count on Cardinal Piaggi.
The scoundrel! I've given him everything, and this is how he thanks me.
I wouldn't be surprised if he and my father have been close allies for a long time.
He'll get what's coming to him. And President Washington, can we count on him?
Mr. President is maintaining a favorable position towards us.
Well, that's as surprising as it is pleasant to hear. What's your opinion of Duke Manuel?
Duke Manuel won't be supporting us.
How dare he! If it weren't for me, he wouldn't be where he is today.
I had to trick him in order to make sure. I passed inside Napoleon so that he would talk to me.
Congratulations, Louis. I see you're not one to stop at half measures.
I pretended that I was only checking he was still working for Mortimer.
And he confessed?
He was suspicious right to the end, but yes, he ended up giving himself away and conceded he was working for your brother.
That scoundrel! Can I count on Emily?
Yes, she's on your side.
I was right to trust her.
I don't know if it's of any importance, but Father has given her a bodyguard.
A servant dressed in black?
Yes, is this detail important?
I hope not. We'll see. And von Volner? What's your feeling about him?
He's on your side. However, it seems that Mortimer feels certain he can get him to change his mind.
You mean blackmail him? That's impossible.
I don't know, but I thought it wise to warn you.
Yes. I see. Thank you, Louis, for all this information. I only hope what you say is right. The consequences could be horrific.
That is what we're likely to see.
William has moved his pieces. If that's how it is, it's my turn now.
What are you going to do?
Show him that I am not going to be outdone. Prepare yourself. It won't be long before the conference begins. There's just enough time to briefly go over it once more with my guests. Let us meet in the conference room when the time comes.
So, do we agree?
Agreed. Let's return to our places now.
You're right.
What were they talking about?
Louis, a moment of your time, please.
Yes, monsieur. What can I do for you?
I would like you to hear me out without interrupting. It's in your interest. You are in a perilous situation, and I want to avoid you becoming a laughingstock.
What exactly are you talking about?
The reason why we are all here. You might think you can win, but...
Indeed. It looks that way, doesn't it?
Well, think again. You don't know everything. In actual fact, all of Sir Gregory's team is working for Mortimer. If you vote for Holm, Mortimer will never forgive you. And I can assure you that he is taken down far tougher than you.
Are you threatening me?
Not me, Louis. But you are the only one who hasn't turned against Sir Gregory. Join us. Vote with us if you do not want to feel the wrath of Mortimer alone.
Is that all?
That's all, yes. I just wanted to warn you. Now you are free to vote where your conscience leads you. Good luck.
So, he's the one who's been persuading them all to turn back. I just gotta hope that Holmes managed to pull off his conjuring trick. Otherwise, Bonaparte's right. I'll be the only one voting against Mortimer, and therefore the only one to face the consequences.
My friends, here we are at last, gathered together to close this conference. I would first of all like to thank you all for making the time to be here and lend your services. Gregory, I believe I may speak for both of us when I say that we are honored by your presence here.
You are perfectly right to do so, William. Thank you for putting your faith in us and for coming here to participate in this conference. Thank you for helping us to make the best decisions. And I especially want to thank you, William, for perfectly hosting us at your home during these past several days.
I'm not sure all the guests would agree to that.
In any case, Holm doesn't seem to be himself.
Good. I think we can begin. You will vote in turn on the question that interests us today. Are you for or against the transfer of ownership of Louisiana from Spain to France? Duchess Hillsborough.
Against.
Duke Manuel.
For.
Your Eminence.
For. But
Gregory, please. Monsieur Napoleon.
For.
Mr. von Volner.
For.
What?
Gregory, please refrain from interrupting the voting. You know the rules, brother. President Washington.
For.
Finally, Monsieur de Richet. What is your vote?
My turn.
I vote against.
The votes are now cast. So you were not won over by my project. That hurts.
I warned you. You didn't want to listen to me.
Never mind. It will still come to pass.
Traitor! What have you done? You are obliged to respect your word. That is the rule.
The time of conferences is over, dear brother. Let us abandon all this charade.
You don't have the right. What have you done to me?
What have I done? Nothing, Gregory. You did it yourself. A word of advice. In the future, that is, if you have one, don't drink someone else's cup of tea without checking what's in it.
Father, what happened?
Sir Gregory, what's the matter? William, what have you done?
Not now.
You are mad, William. Father will punish you for this.
He will probably try, unless I get to him first.
But I cannot die.
No, you cannot die. You are, however, losing all sense of reason, as well as all your special abilities.
What did I drink?
Can't you guess? There are but few things that can have such an effect on such as we. You would know that if you ever ventured even a little way off of Father's beaten track.
Revenge!
Oh, no, my dear Gregory. You will not be taking any revenge. You will die stupidly, alone, enclosed in that rather withered body.
Help me!
After several centuries of near absolute power, here you find yourself on your hands and knees, hoping in vain that someone is going to help you. Tell me, what does that feel like? Never happened to me. Can't be good. You cannot leave your body, you cannot project yourself elsewhere, you cannot even contact Father. Go ahead, try. But you are my brother, so I ask you to remember that all this is your own fault. And I want you to understand I get absolutely no pleasure out of it. Well, very little.
You swine!
A new order is born today, brother. Enough of Father's hegemony. After all these years of servitude, I can finally stand up and oppose it. You chose to serve him, whatever his excesses. Now it's up to you to face the consequences of that choice.
Matt, I am stronger than you.
What on earth is happening? Am I dreaming or...
Louis, it's me, Gregory. Listen, we don't have much time.
But where are we?
Louis, I brought us here. You must act swiftly. I can't hold out for long. William has poisoned me. He must have used the blood of a former demon. I am no longer able to enter the body of someone else. The poison is gnawing away at me from the inside. I'm going to die, Louis.
But where are we?
In the ether. What you see is not real. It's only a mental projection created by my spirit. I'm occupying William's spirit at the moment, but I'm not going to be able to keep it up forever. Join me, Louis. Otherwise, all will be lost.
Yes. Yes, I'll join you.
Find a way. Hurry.
I must find them quickly.
Beneath your compassion, we take refuge, O Mother of God.
Good God, I can't even move. But Louis can. What's happening?
Dear God, if I lose the war against France, I will be doomed.
I sense that something is happening, but I could no longer move.
History will remember me and the sacrifices I made.
I deserve a great destiny, and I will let nothing, nor no one, stand in the way of my dream.
But there
Sarah?
must be a way.
Is that you?
Louis? Louis, can you hear me? I'm here, Louis. Can you see me?
Of course, but I don't understand.
Oh, merciful heaven. You can see me.
Yes,
Louis, I don't know what's happening, but you must help me.
Look, just calm down.
I can't see you, Louis.
I'm here right in front of you.
No, I can't see you. The caves are deserted. I can't leave, Louis. Help me.
You died.
Died? No! What are you talking about? Look, I am right here.
And as you are my sister, it's possible that demons don't completely disappear after their physical bodies die.
But how is that possible, damn it? I'm stuck here.
I don't know. I'm only guessing. Only your physical body is dead. Apparently your spirit is kept here.
I daren't try understand. Am I condemned?
Look, neither of us know anything about this situation, really.
Help me, Louis. You are the first one, the only one to see me, to speak to me. Without you, I'll never get out of here. Don't leave me like this, I beg you.
Listen, you have to stay positive. Seeing as I've entered the ether, I must be able to leave it. If it's possible for me, then it's possible for you.
Do you really think so?
Rational and open, remember?
Yes, right. You are right. There must be a solution. But how come you can move around?
I'm not dead.
I don't understand.
I think there are many things that you don't understand.
It doesn't matter. I trust you. You are going to help me, aren't you?
I must be getting on. I can't stay much longer.
Louis, I beseech you. Promise you're going to help me.
Of course I'm going to help you, Mother.
Thank you, Louis. I trust you. Thank you. But there must be a way. Rational and open, Sarah. Think, damn it. Think. But there must be a way. Rational and open, Sarah. Think, damn it. Think.
What am I doing here now? Nothing seems real.
You're nothing but a coward.
What a bunch of amateurs you are. Please, keep calm.
What on earth is going on here? I don't understand a thing.
Louis, don't waste any time. Appease them. My thoughts are becoming confused. Help me. Be quick.
Yes, not a minute to lose.
I can count on my father and my son to defend me. Yes. But will they make it in time?
That's not really Elizabeth, it's another demon who wants to protect home from Mortimer. On a symbolic level, he should be placed between the two of them.
God damn it. I don't understand a thing. I'm doomed.
Emma is completely lost. She needs to be close to her sister. As for Emily, well, she no longer trusts anyone. Apart from me, that is. I have to stay by her side.
Stay with me, Louis. We must take Al-Azif back from him.
One thing is for sure. My mother and Volnor have the same objective. To find that book. They're following the same trail and must be close to each other.
I won't let him attack his brother. I won't let him attack his brother.
I have to protect my sister. Help me, Louis.
Count on my father and my son to defend me. Yes. But will they make it in time?
That's not really Elizabeth, it's another demon who wants to protect home from Mortimer. On a symbolic level, he should be placed between the two of them.
He wants to isolate me again.
God damn it. I don't understand a thing. I'm doomed.
Emma is completely lost. She needs to be close to her sister. As for Emily, well, she no longer trusts anyone. Apart from me, that is. I have to stay by her side. I need to keep an eye on them. Emma is completely lost. She needs to be close to her sister. As for Emily, well, she no longer trusts anyone. Apart from me, that is. I have to stay by her side.
Stay with me, Louis. We must take Al-Azif back from him.
One thing is for sure. My mother and Volnor have the same objective. To find that book. They're following the same trail and must be close to each other. Looks like I've succeeded. They've all disappeared.
Louis, it's worked. But don't waste any time.
Yes, I'm coming.
At least as soon as I found the exit.
What? What are you doing here?
You? It wasn't enough for you to let me be killed. You had to come here and start babbling away at me. Fool, you couldn't have stopped her from shooting, could you?
Wait, Emma, you're the one who passed yourself off as Emily. You decided you wanted to play with us. You pushed your sister to the edge, and now this is the result. It's got nothing to do with me.
I only wanted to exist for one brief moment. Spending my life in her shadow, being her double, it wasn't enough. I must have taken up too much room again.
That's not what I said.
Only appearing to carry out the basest of chores. How ungrateful of me to want to exist, to make my own choices. It suits you to think that it's all my fault. Be that as it may, Louis, we have no time to lose. Help me, please.
What on earth is she talking about?
Come on, you're dead.
No, there's got to be a solution. I am made of the same stuff as you. I already survived a gunshot at point-blank range. I will survive this. Help me. I'll go mad if I stay here any longer. I must have been here several months. I stopped counting from... Hang on. What are you doing here? Are you dead?
Look, never mind. Don't take this the wrong way, but it would take too long to explain it all.
But you can move about, can't you?
I'm not dead, Emma.
So you should be able to help me.
Emma, I have no idea of what's going on. How do you expect me to help you?
There must be a way. I beg you, promise you will help me, Louis.
All right, calm down. I'll do everything I can to get you out of here.
Thank you, Louis. I knew you were a good man.
Right. I must get going now. Just stay calm. Everything will work out fine.
Louis! No! Don't leave me! Louis! Filthy scum, I'll kill you! Is anyone there? I can hear you. I know you're there. Help me! Help! Can anyone hear me? It's not fair, I don't deserve this. I didn't do anything.
I must be quick.
My memories. I'm losing my sense of Louis? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Pick up the thread of my thoughts, Louis. Of my memories. Make haste!
And...
This is about my arrival, as well as Emily's. There must be an earlier memory that talks about my sisters.
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
This memory is important, but it's as if there's something missing. There must be an order to this.
And the cherry on the cake.
The blood that Mortimer used is deadly poison for a demon. Holm won't survive it. Oh, it's over for him. He's finished.
And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He knew I would drink it. The rascal knows me better than I do myself. And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He allowed me to bring Emily to this conference.
It's about my first vision on the island, the day of my arrival. This could be the beginning of the story, yet Holm is talking about bringing Emily back again. So there must have been something before this. He's talking about Charles-François d'Angennes and Françoise d'Aubigné. They were contemporaries of Louis XIV. This has nothing to do with what brought Holm here. I had to look somewhere else.
Dear Countess.
I heard about this story. The Countess was apparently an acquaintance of Sir Gregory, but this has nothing to do with what's happening at the manor. I can put that one to the side.
France.
Analysis is correct, but there's no link to what interests me here.
It was a trap right from the start.
Previous conference? That's when Mortimer started putting his plan into action. That's how this whole thing began.
At the previous conference 3 years ago, I'm sure he already knew I would bring
This is the first event that brought Holm here. Oh yeah, I'm on the right track.
I recall and wait.
Elizabeth's presence was crucial for Holm. If she was still here, he'd still be alive. This memory is important without a shadow of a doubt. It took place after my arrival with Emily and Cardinal Biaggi, but well before I found out the truth about my nature.
I must speak to you. He feeds.
So Holmes seems certain that Mortimer has been using me, but I get the impression that he's only had this vision recently. It's one of the last ones he had. One of Holmes' distant memories and one of his brothers. With an ego like his, he's undoubtedly talking about Mortimer. Could there be a link here? No, at the time they weren't enemies like they are today.
It was a trap right from the start. He allowed me to.
It's about my first vision on the island, the day of my arrival. This could be the beginning of the story, yet Holmes is talking about bringing Emily back again. So there must have been something before this. This is about my arrival, as well as Emily's. There must be an earlier memory that talks about my sisters.
Come to me. He broke the rules.
He's talking about Charles-François d'Angennes and Françoise d'Aubigné. They were contemporaries of Louis XIV. This has nothing to do with what brought Holm here. I had to look somewhere else.
Dear Countess, do not stop. What a pity you disappointed.
I heard about this story. The Countess was apparently an acquaintance of Sir Gregory, but this has nothing to do with what's happening at the manor. I can put that one to the side.
Dear Countess, do not stop. What a pity you disappointed. France. So much effort. So much waste.
Analysis is correct, but there's no link to what interests me here.
It was a trap right from the start. I recall Spartacus. And when...
Elizabeth's presence was crucial for Holm. If she was still here, he'd still be alive. This memory is important without a shadow of a doubt. It took place after my arrival with Emily and Cardinal Biaggi, but well before I found out the truth about my nature. So Holmes seems certain that Mortimer has been using me, but I get the impression that he's only had this vision recently. It's one of the last ones he had.
I recall Spartacus. I recall Spartacus. Of my exchanges back then with my brother. I did everything in my power to avoid the Peloponnesian War, but he wouldn't listen. He always wanted more. Father wasn't gentle with William back then, shutting him in the body of Pericles for 8 years, and reducing Athens and its cursed democracy to its knees.
One of Holmes' distant memories and one of his brothers. With an ego like his, he's undoubtedly talking about Mortimer. Could there be a link here? No, at the time they weren't enemies like they are today.
France. So much effort. So much wasted time. His children are gathered together? Yes? Here.
Who's there?
Elizabeth? But I saw your body. You're dead.
Gregory? No. No, you are not Gregory. Something's not right. Gregory, you are in danger.
Elizabeth, what's the matter?
Who are you?
There's no point in getting rough. If you have a question, just ask me.
Empty words. You refuse to tell me who you are, but I will find you out. No one can escape me. What's happening here? My son is in danger. Talk!
I'm one of the guests of the conference, an ally of Sir Gregory.
You are telling the truth. Is the conference over?
Yes. Sir Gregory won the vote, but it seems that Lord Mortimer hadn't planned on him winning and poisoned him.
What? How vile. Gregory came on my approval. How dare Mortimer attack his own brother? He will pay for this.
But tell me, what happened with the...
That's enough. Do you think you can question me? Do you really have no idea who I am?
Oh. Is it you who...
Your question is irrelevant. Elizabeth was just a receptacle which allowed me to observe William's actions.
But I didn't even ask the question.
You thought it.
I thought you were dead.
I am not Elizabeth Adams. She was killed. Brutally. Who killed her? Tell me.
I think Lord Mortimer is the one who is responsible for all of this.
It was to be expected. I didn't think he would dare to, but he did.
You're the one who Elizabeth kept hearing in her head. You're the one who gnawed at her from inside, year after year.
Who dare speak to me in that tone of voice?
She spent her whole life trying to escape from you.
And it was all for nothing. No one can escape from me. I am the father of all, founder of our house, grand architect of the laws that govern us, and creator of he you call Gregory Holm. At this moment, yes. As well as all of his brothers and sisters.
Damn it. It's Holm and Mortimer's father. But why am I hearing you through Elizabeth Adams?
So that is how you see me, is it? Here, everything is mere make-believe. Your mind is working to give me an appearance that will allow you to see me.
Whom do I have the honor of addressing?
You are just a fool, a mere child. I have no time to waste with you.
No, Louis, no. The longer you remain in his presence, the more danger you're in. Just get out of here.
Wait! I have a proposal to make to you.
I'm listening.
William has to pay for what he did. He had no right. No one must ever attack a member of one's own family. That is the law. If you don't want to be involved in all this, let me enter your mind. When the time comes, I will just step in.
You mean, like with Elizabeth?
Elizabeth was not part of our family. She didn't get any choice.
But you can't say it worked out well for her. What's to say that once inside he won't stay there?
If I ask my children to respect the rules, then I must do so as well. So, do you accept my proposal?
Very well. I accept.
Good. Pursue your goal now. When the time comes, I will take care of William.
My head! Oh, it hurts like hell! Oh! I hope I made the right choice.
I didn't want to believe it. And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily? And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily? Louis de Richet, his son. He brings his 4 children together, and even then I didn't react.
This is about my arrival, as well as Emily's. There must be an earlier memory that talks about my sisters. This is about my arrival, as well as Emily's. There must be an earlier memory that talks about my sisters.
Charles Francois. What an adventure. It was so easy for me to sell your title of Marquis de Maintenon to Françoise d'Aubigné and to sail for the Caribbean islands. One of my greatest successes. With one stroke, I placed myself right next to the King of France, with a mistress under my orders. And I was able to impose my law over the seas of the triangular trade.
Anyhow, I should try to concentrate on his voice.
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
There's something missing.
Charles Francois. What an adventure. It was so easy.
I'm getting carried away here. I must concentrate on the important memories, the ones that led Holm into this situation.
Dear Count.
I heard about this story. The Countess was apparently an acquaintance of Sir Gregory, but this has nothing to do with what's happening at the manor. I can put that one to the side.
France! So much effort, so much wasted time. From Charles Martel to the wars of religion, I simply did not consider Protestantism to be a real threat, and that was my greatest mistake. My faith in Father and the Catholic Church that he administered made me blind. I can see that now. I lost France through 100 years of war. France, so much effort, so much.
That's not the right direction.
At the previous conference 3 years ago, I'm sure he already knew I would bring
This is the first event that brought home here. Oh yeah, I'm on the right track.
It was a trap right from the start. I recall Spartacus. Of my exchanges back then with my...
I'm losing focus. Come on, Louis, concentrate.
At the previous conference 3 years ago, I'm sure he already knew I would bring
This is the first event that brought home here. Oh yeah, I'm on the right track.
And when Elizabeth disappeared, No, it's not possible. I couldn't have missed that. Not me. He cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word. I recall Spartacus. was a trap right from the start. France, so much effort, so much wasted time. He allowed me to bring Emily to this conference, supposedly to find her.
I'm on the right track here.
Be quick! And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
I'm getting closer to him.
France, so much effort, so much wasted time. when Elizabeth disappeared,
Elizabeth's presence was crucial for Holm. If she was still here, he'd still be alive. This memory is important without a shadow of a doubt. It took place after my arrival with Emily and Cardinal Biaggi, but well before I found out the truth about my nature.
He cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word. And when Elizabeth disappeared, I recall Spartacus. France, so much effort, so much waste. Louis. He's coming! And the cherry on the cake... And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea.
I should come back to this later.
He allowed me to bring Emily to this conference. France, so much effort, so much wasted time. I recall Spartacus. I can't hold out. He feeds Louis. He stuffed his poor son with an occult knowledge that we...
Getting to the end here.
I recall Spartacus. And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He trapped me. He poisoned me to stop me from being able to leave this body. He cut off all communication with Father and brought his children here. How could I not have seen it earlier? He's going to absorb me. The traitor! No one can stop him now. Hurry, Louis. I absolutely must see you before it's too late. If you have managed to follow my thoughts, come to me! Quickly! Louis, hurry! He's coming!
What's happening?
I can sense him. He's here. He's trying to get inside me, Louis. William has completely lost his mind. He's getting ready to pull out all the stops. He's going to devour my mind, Louis. I'm not going to be able to stop him.
Louis, you are here. I sense your presence.
What? But he can't even see me.
Congratulations, my son. You have succeeded in joining us.
Louis, don't let him draw you in there. You are signing your death warrant if you decide to follow him. I won't be there to protect you.
It's over, my son. We have won. A new order can be born.
Louis, I'm so weak. I can feel him entering. I can no longer keep him out. He's coming.
He's here.
I can't. Can you see him?
He's here. He's coming closer to you.
Where? Louis. I don't want to just disappear. He's inside my mind. I can feel him crushing me.
He's just in front of you.
I'm so sorry, brother. There's nothing you can do to stop me now. You made your choice, and you have lost.
I was wrong about him from the very beginning. He's mad. He must be stopped. You can still do something, Louis.
Don't worry, son.
Father?
I am here. You can go in peace.
Father, I am sorry.
Don't be. You've been infallible right to the end. I am proud all those years watching you grow into who you are today.
But Father, I almost...
No. If your brother had not been so malicious, you would still be with us. I am here now. I am going to take care of him. Count on me to... Stop! All of you! Leave now!
William!
Calm down, Louis.
How dare you?
Louis?
Your own brother.
Father?
Gregory should have never trusted you. I knew he shouldn't have come here.
No, not now.
It's pointless trying to run.
Louis. There's something I'd like to understand before we go any further.
What is it that you'd like to know?
First, know that you are not responsible for your father's errors. However, you must answer for your own actions.
Uh-oh. I'd better tell him what he wants to know.
Tell me, Louis, what is your share of responsibility in all this?
Look, I'm not the one responsible for this chaos. I decided to follow your son, Gregory.
That is true. When you got wind of William's plans about the conference, did you tell Gregory?
Yes, of course. As soon as we left the conference room.
You were right to do so. So then, what did you do to thwart William?
When Sarah told me about the power of the Lance of Longinus, I made every effort to find it in order to eliminate it.
You could not have given a worse answer. We are almost done here, Louis. Tell me, in your opinion, what should I do with William?
I know what he wants to hear. According to the family rules,
we're not allowed to kill a family member.
I congratulate you, Louis. You have understood. I believe you have earned a place in our family. I cannot wait to introduce you to the others. But first of all, William must pay for everything he has done. Let's go, now. It's time to get this over and done with.
William! Gregory should never have trusted you. I knew he shouldn't have come here. You evil little cockroach.
No, Father, wait.
It's over, my son. You've gone too far this time.
Oh, Father, by the way, I have a little surprise for you.
Ah, now what have you done?
Let me introduce you to my new servants. You know, I have studied our talents closely, and as you see, they
Do you really think that mutilating your servants so that they can't hear is going to save you?
Well, I admit that was the idea.
You are pathetic. On your knees.
I can feel you entering.
Your ego has always been your weakness, my son. You are your worst enemy. When will you understand that no lock is impenetrable?
No!
If you're the only one who can master them, all I need to do is master you.
Stop! No!
You gambled. You lost.
Look, Louis. Look at him.
You broke the most important of our family rules, William. The one that gives meaning to all the others. Thou shalt not kill. Never, ever kill a member of our family.
What's going to happen to him?
He will be buried alive. But don't worry about that. It is over. Everything that belonged to him is yours now. And I am proud to welcome you among us.
Thank you.
You deserve to join us, Louis. You have great potential and many things to learn. Come to me.
I'm coming.
Von Wollner tightened his political and spiritual grip on King Frederick William. On the death of the king in 1797, Johann retired with his wife to his country estate in order to continue his work on his theological and alchemical thesis. Manuel Godoy's close relationship with Napoleon enabled him to claim a part of Portugal, as well as the protection of France upon the fall of the kingdom. He died in the company of his beloved mistress Pepita after recovering all his titles and properties. Napoleon Bonaparte continued his political and military rise until his self-proclamation as emperor. His excessive ambition would cost the lives of 1,700,000 Frenchmen and leave France poorer and weaker than ever before. Deported and imprisoned by the British on St. Helena Island, he died on the 5th of May, 1821, as an exile to general indifference. During his second term, George Washington had to deal with a number of rebellions. He enraged public opinion by building close diplomatic links with Great Britain, which forced him to give up a third term in office. He retired to his country estate until his death, without being able to implement the annexation of the highly coveted Louisiana Territory. The Duchess, through her relationship with the Crown, made it possible for Great Britain to build closer links to the United States on both the diplomatic and the commercial fronts. She became inseparable from the Marchioness Cunningham,
reputed for being the most influential mistress of King George IV of England, and whom she inducted into the Golden Order. His Eminence was obliged to justify himself on his return over the letter he had sent to His Holiness. His mental health was called into question, and consequently he was withdrawn from papal state power. It was said in polite undertones that he had been sent to a faraway retreat, the better to hide his anonymous confinement in an asylum of Rome. On his return to Paris, Peyroux resigned from his posting as judge at the revolutionary courts. He withdrew to the south of France with his daughter until his death. Nothing more was ever heard of Lord Mortimer. His sudden disappearance was a topic of conversation in the European courts, but only for a few months.